And reporter Angela Jung has joined me in the studio for Issue Today. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Sian.
Happy Monday.
Yes, happy Monday.
All right, we're going to begin with some COVID-19 related news. Last week, of course, we saw the number of daily infections hover in the 400s, and a similar number is expected today as well. We keep on seeing those cluster infections. In particular, recently, in South Gyeongsang Province, Jinju, more specifically, there were a series of infections in public bathhouses. And now I hear that the government is going to prepare some new measures regarding these public bathhouses.
Yes, the government announced it will conduct mandatory COVID-19 tests on people who work in public bathhouses nationwide starting from today. And this new measure will apply to all people working in these public spas, including body scrubbers, barbers, snack bar owners, and managers. The Central Disaster and Safety Countermeasure Headquarters said it will put a ceiling on the number of public bathhouses users to one person per 8 cubic meters, and it will also suspend the monthly membership system in these public bathhouses in order to prevent them from being crowded with a large number of people.
Right, because we have seen a series of outbreaks at public bathhouses actually since the beginning of the outbreak last year, didn't we?
Right. According to the headquarters, from October last year to March 15th this year, a total of 1,200 people have been infected with COVID-19 in 43 public bathhouses nationwide. The headquarters found that in these public bathhouses where cluster infections occurred, there was a tendency that local residents visited these facilities often and stayed there for a longer time than other places. The headquarters identified some risk factors in relation to the public bathhouses. Public bathhouses are not properly aired out, and in most cases, it's very hard to keep using and wearing a face mask. And people in public bathhouses share some bathing equipments prepared in the facility, and some people even eat food there.
Right. I know quite a few people use these public bathhouses as social gathering places. This is where they have their sort of weekly, if not monthly meetings. So will there be some other measures enforced in these public bathhouses as well?
Yes, people who will use one of those bathhouses must check in with their electronic QR codes, of course, and have their body temperature checked before they enter the bathhouse. And if you have fever, body aches, or chills, you will not be allowed to enter the place. Using wooden benches installed inside the public bathhouses and common bathing equipments will be prohibited as well. And of course, eating or drinking in public bathhouses will continue to be prohibited. And public bathhouse users will not be allowed to speak to each other when in the bathtubs, and they will be allowed to use facilities for only 1 hour starting from today.
So hopefully that'll scrub out some more cluster infections at public bathhouses. Moving on to some other news now, of course, we had almost a week of really bad air quality. But in the news, there's some news that we're going to be able to see what happens in the atmosphere now through images shot by an environmental satellite.
Right, images observed by Cheonlian GeoComSat, which stands for Korea's multi-purpose satellite 2B, which is the world's first geostationary environmental satellite, will be made available to the public on the website of National Institute of Environmental Research's Environmental Satellite Center at nesc.nier.go.kr. And again, that's the website of National Institute of Environmental Research starting from today.
Sounds very interesting and very technical. What kind of images can we actually see on this website then?
The Ministry of Science and ICT, the Ministry of Environment, and the Ministry of Ocean and Fisheries announced yesterday that they will release images for 8 products. And among them, satellite images for 7 products will be available in real time, including those for nitrogen dioxide, aerosol, ozone, effective cloud fraction, along with the images for 3 UV rays related products. And you will also see images of sulfur dioxide, which is generated at times of disasters, such as volcano eruptions.
Okay, it all sounds like things that we need to avoid. Could we access these satellite images through our mobile phones as well, or does it have to be through our computers?
So this time, the satellite's air quality observation images will only be released on PC screens, but mobile view services will be added from the second half of this year to enhance the accessibility of the satellite data.
Exactly. I think a lot of us spend a lot more time on our mobile phones than our PCs. Moving on to the last item of the day. It is a very important day today, and it reminds us about the importance of water and how to save water too.
Yes, today is the World Water Day, and so the Ministry of Environment announced that it will hold a commemorative ceremony at Bexco, Busan from 2 p.m. today. With water quality deteriorating and the shortage of drinkable water worsening due to population growth and industrialization, the United Nations designated March 22nd as World Water Day since 1992. This was to call people's attention to water pollution and water shortage. Countries around the world have commemorated March 22nd today as World Water Day ever since.
And I know that we also commemorate it here in Korea as well. What are some of the events and maybe festivities that are planned for today?
The UN's theme for this year's World Water Day is valuing water. So in line with this, the Korean government set value of water of future value as the nation's theme for the day. So this theme is aimed at emphasizing we should understand various values that water provides to humans and nature, and we should preserve water for future generations. On this year's World Water Day, there will be a policy seminar to discuss how to manage water under the theme of valuing water shared by nature and humans. And during the commemorative ceremony, some merit medals and badges will be conferred to those who have contributed to the water management. And last but not least, the Ministry of Environment will also carry out a variety of promotional activities through social media channels. So if you're interested in saving and valuing water, please feel free to check out the ministry's blog and Facebook for more information.
Yeah, I know that we all talked about how we're generating so much plastic waste, but how much we waste water is something that I think we have to keep in the back of our minds all the time. I think Korea is the world water shortage country, but they're saying by 2025, we will be a water scarcity nation. So the problem is getting worse. So it's up to all of us to save and preserve water. Thank you very much, Angela, as always. Have a great week. We'll see you again on Friday.
See you on Friday.